Hey y'all, welcome back to In the Kitchen with Baker Girl. Thank you, Jesus. It is another beautiful day to be in the kitchen. And today I'm going to share with you a recipe that is near and dear to my heart, straight out of my mother's much used cookbook. This is her broccoli and cheese casserole. Now, the recipe actually doesn't come out of this cookbook, but Mama had all of her recipes stuffed in this cookbook. She liked it so much, we actually have 2 copies of this book. But this is her original recipe, much used, stained. This is her rice pudding, actually. That's her rice pudding recipe. But her broccoli and cheese casserole recipe is right here on this page. And today we're going to make it. And yes, as you can see, it is much stained. Well used and well loved. Now we're going to start off with about 1.5 pounds of fresh broccoli. Mama would have used probably about 1 pound, but I like a little extra broccoli. So you cook the broccoli in water, but save that broccoli water. Please don't pour it out. My mother never did, and I'll explain why. Now, you want to grate up some cheese. Now, the original recipe that Mama got, I think from her sister-in-law, only calls for 8 ounces of cheese. And Mama wrote down in the recipe more. So I agree with Mama. We are going more. So we are going with 16 ounces of cheese. Now, you need a large bowl to mix all this together. And you need some good fat dollops of mayo. Mama always used full fat. Never use low fat. And 1 can of cream of mushroom. Mama probably for a casserole this size, she would have used 2 cans because I'm kind of doubling a couple of things. Namely the broccoli and the cheese and whatnot. Now, crack in 2 eggs and give that a good mix. Add in some black pepper and you're going to get this kind of weird looking mayo soup. Add in 2 bags of stuffing mix and add in 3/4 of your cheese. Actually, add in half of your cheese. Now, Mama used stuffing mix. You can use homemade stuffing, but again, I'm sticking as possible true to Mama's recipe. And again, with the cream of mushroom soup, I like to make my own, but Mama used the can, so that's what I'm using because this is a recipe and we are being obedient. We are following her recipe. Now, add in the broccoli. You want to make sure the broccoli is at the correct texture. If it's overcooked, it'll just mush up into the casserole. If it's raw and undercooked, it will be a little tough and a little chewy. Now, remember that broccoli water that we saved? By the way, don't salt your broccoli water. Add that to the casserole. Mama always did this because she said otherwise, if you use something else, you were just pouring vitamins down the drains. That was her words. So she said to save the broccoli water. So that's what I'm doing. Give it a good mix. It should be somewhat soupy, but not at all watery. It should have a pleasant texture. Now, get a large casserole dish and spray it well with some baking spray. How thick or how thin you like your casserole is what's going to dictate the type pan that you use. Mama like hers somewhat in the middle. Daddy likes it thin. I like mine more scoopable. Now, take that remaining cheese and don't use all of it. So we're literally breaking the cheese into thirds. Don't use all of it. Save a little bit of it for the topping. So I added all of the white cheddar in that middle layer and then pour the remaining casserole. And you notice how this is not watery. It's at a perfect consistency. It's not like super soupy. And then take the remainder of that cheese and sprinkle it on top. Now, my sister would use slices of cheese, not sliced cheese, but she would take her cheese and slice it and put it on. I prefer to shred mine, but this is a very large casserole, by the way. Feeds a lot of people. Put it on a baking tray and into the oven. She goes to bake at 350 degrees until it is nice and golden on top. And your casserole is well baked all the way through. Do not underbake a broccoli and cheese casserole, please, for no reason. It will not be good. Now, out of the oven she comes, and it's time to sample. It has cooled some, obviously, because otherwise this is like molten lava. But, oh, wow. It is so good. And to be perfectly honest, I'm a little nervous about tasting it because it smells just like Mama's. It really does. I'm not trying to put no roses on my back, but it really does smell like hers. I followed her recipe. So it took a little bit for me to take a bite of this because I knew it was going to take me right back down memory lane. Mama did not make this all the time, and I make it even less because it is rich, but it's a special occasion thing. You know, it's not something you would eat every week anyway. But it is really good, and I really enjoy. I'm glad I made it exactly the way she made it because it really tastes just like hers, which is no compliment to me. I mean, I'm just following her recipe. So if you make it, it will taste just like yours. But thank you, Jesus. My mom was a wonderful cook. I mean, an excellent cook. And I hope you guys will give the recipe a try. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy your mother's recipes. Especially if they're handed down, handwritten. Anyway, I decided to make some meatloaf, steamed cabbage, and potato salad to go along with it, as my mom would have served it. The recipe is in the description box below. And the good Lord willing, I will see you guys in another video. Take care, y'all. Bye.